We got Ulberg versus Dominick Reyes. What are the stakes in this fight? Do you see this as a title eliminator? What happens to the winner of this fight? I'm going to throw it to Eric. What do you think about this one?
Certainly looks like a title eliminator. And in terms of stakes, I would say, like, yeah, like whoever wins this fight should definitely be in the front of the line for a title shot. I mean, you look at the rest of light heavyweight. It's not a whole lot out there. Like we've already seen Khalil Roundtree, Yuri Prohaska. This would be a fresh face at light heavyweight to get in there, get up there for a title shot. And one thing that I think is even bigger than the stakes is just the fact that Dominick Reyes is here, right? After he lost to John Jones, he at that point he lost four straight losses, three by brutal knockout, and it looked like he was toast. I mean, he looked like, and I remember when John Jones, I believe, fought Stipe Miocic. Dominick Reyes, I don't think had won a fight since he fought John Jones, and Dominick Reyes, in my head, looked like during the like when they brought in all of John Jones's past opponents. So they brought in like Dominick Reyes, Daniel Cormier. He was kind of talking about it like he was past tense in his career. I honestly thought he was on his way out the door. The fact that he's here in a number one contender spot, yes, he's a big underdog, but he has been throughout this whole point. So for Dominick Reyes to get here, bravo. Very happy that he's able to kind of come through and he was able to recover and find himself again. Just fantastic work. But yeah, I fully expect this to be a title eliminator. I'd be unless something very interesting happens in Pereira versus Ankalaev where they have to do a trilogy. I would expect that this would be a title eliminator.
What are your thoughts, Scott?
Listen, I agree with you, Eric, on the fact that obviously this is a remarkable achievement for Dominic Reyes to be able to get back to this point. I'm sure he is not settling for that. There would be no moral victory if he cannot get where he's trying to go. But having said that, just as an observer, I think we both obviously agree that yes, this is remarkable to see that he's been able to turn his career around and be able to get to that point. Having said that, if he wins this fight, I still don't think he actually gets the title shot off of this fight. I really don't. For Oldberg, I feel like he was sort of the most deserving anyway, but he's
Yeah.
put in a weird spot. It's almost like they're setting this up as like, hey, there's a decent little fight going on, but then next week all eyes are on UFC 320, right? They're going to be thinking much more about what happens with Yuri Prohaska against Khalil Roundtree Jr., that fight you mentioned. And I think whoever gets out of that fight, frankly, does anyone expect that not to be a banger?
It's gonna be good.
That's for starters. There's gonna be a lot of shine coming off of that victory in a big spot just an hour before the title fight as well. I feel like we're gonna forget this fight unless something crazy happens. So it
That
should
was
be top
something we were
contender,
talking
and it
about
probably won't be, right? Yeah,
when that
I
fight
don't
got
know.
announced. That's bringing it back to me. I remember when that fight got announced. We're like, oh my gosh, it's on the same card. Do you guys think that that's a
Yeah.
title eliminator? And we were like, probably.
Tailor made to do that. I think so. I think Ulberg is in a rough spot. They needed him to anchor a card in
Yeah.
down under in that region of the world, Oceania, where he's from. But yeah, I think he's gonna get lost. He goes out there and puts out a knockout of the year type of
Yeah.
thing. We're talking about a
That's what
different story, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I and we'll get there when I get to best bets, but if the fight goes like how Olberg's last two fights have gone, he's not getting a title shot. He needs a finish. He needs a finish. No more decisions. He needs a finish.
yeah, I think I agree with
Mhm.
that. It seems like there is a clearer choice for the Yuri and Khalil fight, and if things go like a narrow path, Paul Atreides, right, for Carlos Ulberg, then maybe he could pull it out because he's like a fresh face in terms of the title picture. All these guys have had title
And
shots
I like
before.
that. I like that Eric brought that up because I'm a big fan of seeing fresh faces get some opportunities, but also and look, it depends on who wins this title fight too. If whoever comes out of it, if Alex Pereira comes out of this fight and Poatan has the belt, I don't think we're even thinking about the winner of that fight on the same card. I don't think you can really do it because that's old business. Now you're talking about Carlos Ulberg.
Hmm.
Ankalaev wins that, it's a whole new ball game.